down.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to another show. It is Tuesday, the 18th day of November, 2025. My name, well, of course, that would be Nick. And sitting kitty corner for me is radio's Big J. Hey, Big J.
Hey, man.
Happy Tuesday to you, dude.
Yeah, Tuesday.
You a little freaked out by the fog outside this morning?
No.
You didn't think it looked like the Upside Down at all? And you were scared that perhaps a Vesca was going to come out?
No, that the Upside Down did not enter my
right.
thought.
Just me then?
100% just you.
Well, I'm happy to tell you that I'm wrong. It's not the Upside Down, just a little winter fog, dude. It just looks a little foggy out there. It's thick, though. It's thick. It's soupy. That's a term people use.
I mean, I didn't really have that much on the way to work.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
But hopefully you have a wonderful morning and you're ready to go for a Tuesday. We have got a jam-packed full show, Big J. We barely have time and space to turn around in this place today. Because not only do we have the return of Streaming Dumbass, for the first time in 2 weeks, you will select a movie for Big J to watch and review tonight. That's going to happen. And we really need your help because there's going to be some tough choices made today. I'll tell you right. Yep. I'm going to be honest. I think it's going to be a hard choice for people to make today. That's got to happen. We got to get somebody qualified for the X's Holiday Treasure presented by CBH Homes and Skog Law and Bi-Mart. We are getting you qualified to win your share of $10,000. We have our big giveaway party happening next month. We want you there. We'd like you to be there and win some money. And so we're going to give you a chance to do that. We're going to play the naughty list around 7:45 or so. We got to go to hell today. That's on the agenda. We have tickets to give away. Trivium is coming to town here in a couple weeks. We got you covered a couple of times over on the show for that. Yeah. We have to recap the morning after Fantasy Football League, Big J. Week number 10 is in the books. 10 or 11?
11.
Week number 11 is in the books. And we have to let you know how that all shook out, courtesy of McCleary's Pub. That's going to be fun and exciting. And let us not forget, Big J, we also have things like headlines and all sorts of cool stuff. So
the good stuff.
We are ready, prepared, locked in, and hopefully you are as well. But we have to play some music this morning, so let's get started with one of the better rock songs of all time, Big J. Agree or disagree? AC/DC's Thunderstruck?
Yeah,
all
man.
Right, here we go. Turn it up. It's the X Rocks.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by Team Mazda and the Pre-Owned Superstore. Getting finance at Team Mazda even easier than ever thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved. No effect on your credit, so check it out. Log on to GoTeamCredit.com today. Big J, can you smell it in the air, my friend?
Yeah, tacos.
No, not quite.
Oh.
Not today, anyway. It's freshly deep-fried chicken fingers, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Today is a day which will live in infamy here in the Treasure Valley for a lot of people in my family.
Raising Cane's, the trending chicken fingers chain restaurant, opened up its doors in Idaho for the first time today, my friend, 9 o'clock in the morning. The grand opening of its Meridian location at Ustick and Eagle Road. As part of the grand opening, Raising Cane's will host a Lucky 20 drawing starting at about 7:30, so you got about an hour and 15 minutes to get down there, where 20 lucky customers aged 13 and older will have a chance to win free chicken tenders for a year, Big J.
Damn.
The new Raising Cane's restaurant is going to try to cater to the late-night audience. They're going to be open from 10 a.m. until 1 a.m. on Sunday through Thursday,
talking.
and then 10 to 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday and Saturday to grab all the chicken fingers you could ever want.
That's when it's best.
Can I put in a beef report?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead. You always do.
So yesterday, I had a doctor's appointment around that area, right?
Doctor?
And I'm driving down Eagle Road, and I'm like, man, they've got a press event, a grand opening thing happening the night before at Raising Cane's.
Influencers and for family.
What the hell? I mean, it was packed. Like there were TV stations there, and it was every. I was like, hey.
I didn't delve into that too much because I knew I would have been pissed about it too. And I'm like, the disrespect.
Disgraziat.
I mean, look, people, we're not just saying this. Like, we are a heavily rated morning show. We've been here 18 years in the Treasure Valley, and we're two fat dudes. You can't ask for much more than that. As somebody you should be inviting to your grand opening of a eatery here in the Treasure Valley.
But why do that when you can get an Instagram model with 2,000 followers that'll puke up her chicken fingers the second she's done?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it. But hey, listen, man, To each their own. I'm not holding a strict beef, but I did drive by the Raising Cane's last night. And I'm like, hey, there's clearly a press event going on there in advance of their grand opening. And then I was like, what the hell? WTF, right?
And share my my feelings with our general manager.
Good. Somebody should.
When he asked me how I'm doing today.
I'd be better if I had a mouthful of Raising Cane sauce.
And you didn't jump me into you pick 'em. Damn it.
During the World Cup qualifying playoff match between Nigeria and the Dominican Republic of Congo, Nigeria's coach publicly accused the team from Congo of performing voodoo during the overtime shootout, Big J.
Voodoo.
Claiming he saw some sort of mysterious gestures, even liquid being sprinkled on the ground. After a tense 1-1 draw where Congo won 4-3 on penalties and they eliminated Nigeria, the coach confirmed several members of Congo staff, including the head coach, that he believed this was going on, and then he had to be separated from the other members of the team by members of his team. So do you think there's voodoo in the World Cup, Big J?
I mean, you think they've done this many times before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you'd think that if that were the case, the Democratic Republic of Congo would have a better soccer team if they were relying on voodoo in order to get where they needed to go.
Yeah. Probably not likely.
I'm not here to dismiss anybody's religion. I'm just saying it's probably not a mitigating factor in the success or failure of that World Cup football team, but maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, Big J. Usually not about voodoo, but I've been wrong before. You never know how it's going to come together. I know you were concerned, Big J, as you sat down to watch your football on Sunday and you were watching the pregame show and you said, where the hell is Terry Bradshaw? Is he okay?
No, I was like, God, they finally retired him.
He wasn't on the show this weekend, but Kurt Menefee told everybody that Bradshaw came to work, wasn't feeling well, and then went home to rest. But they did send him their love, and Howie Long said that they missed him. And then later Bradshaw posted on Instagram, just have a cold, all good. So don't worry, Terry Bradshaw will be back on your TV next week, Big J, spouting some nonsense that I can barely understand. But he will be back on your televisions talking football on Sunday. So don't worry. He's not, gone. He's not going to be missing. He's okay. He's just a little under the weather, dude. And I think Terry Bradshaw's in his 70s, right? So you got to take everything like that pretty seriously.
But he still showed up to work.
Sure.
So he still got that Steelers mentality.
Is it? Or is that stupid stuff that you and I talk about all the time? About how we show up to work sick when we probably should.
Probably that.
Morning after.
But he's just hanging on by a thread. He's like, I can't miss it every day at work. You got insurance premiums to worry about.
I mean, it's probably one of those things where you're like, man, I work a day a week. I need to show up. Yeah. I need to do it. I got 6 days to rest. Yeah, I feel like crap, but I got to power through.
Howie Long is just going to make fun of me if I'm not there.
Right. If I'm not there, then everybody will turn to Kurt Menefee and make jokes about me. I don't like it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. Need your help with streaming Dumbass? That's next to the X Rocks.
Mess on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Treasure Valley, we need your help. We need your help picking out a movie for Big J to watch tonight. He knows he wants to watch one, but the power to choose one for himself has been stripped away because every time he finds himself in front of a TV, he's guided to a show that he watches with his wife or video games. And so the movie power, picking power, has been stripped from him and given to you, the ex-listener. All you need to do is vote on a particular movie that you want him to watch. We're going to give you 3 options. Here's the rub, though. At the very beginning of things, you're not going to hear what the title of that movie is. You're not going to hear any of the people that are in that movie. You're just going to get a basic plot description given to us by the streaming platform on which you can find that movie. And based only on that plot description, you must decide which movie do I want to task Big J with. A movie that sounds fun and interesting to me and maybe he might enjoy? Do I want to torture Big J and send him down the path of a movie that I think sounds terrible and make him waste his valuable time and energy on it? Your motivations are your own, although I'm sure Big J would have more questions about them than I would.
Yeah, you're right, I would.
But we do need you to participate. You do so by texting in movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3 to 208-287-1003. The movie that gets the most amount of votes, that's the one that Big J has to watch tonight and report back on tomorrow. The more votes we get, the less likely there's a tie. We hate ties on this particular segment because that means I have to make the decision, and I already kind of know the movies. So I have a biased opinion on how this stuff comes together. You maybe have an unbiased opinion, although one of our favorite listeners' pastimes is just texting in the name of the movie when they think they know what it is on the text line as well. And if you want to ruin the fun, that's fine.
That doesn't really ruin anything.
Ruins my fun.
Okay.
But if you want to get in on it, then all we need is a text message. Movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3. And we will be good to go. Are you ready, Big J?
Yes.
Movie number 1. A father and a son, part of an anti-government group, engage in a standoff with a police chief. And this confrontation leads to a manhunt for the pair. Movie number 2. A standoff between a small-town sheriff and a mayor sparks a powder keg as neighbor is pitted against neighbor in a small New Mexico town. And movie number 3. A team of Special Force commandos wake up with no memory of how they got to where they are. They soon find themselves in a fight for survival against one of the toughest enemies any of them have ever faced.
Oh, my God.
Movie number 1, I don't follow your laws. Movie number 2, Last Man Standing, or movie number 3, We Got Trouble. These are your 3 choices, not the actual titles, merely my just simplified explanation of the plots of all 3. All you need to do now is have your voice be heard. Text in movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3 to 208-287-1003. We will tabulate the votes. We will let you know the name of all 3 movies, including the one you have tasked Big J with watching. That's going to happen next on the X-Rocks. Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit here on The Morning After with Nick and Big J. Time for the exciting conclusion of Streaming Dumbass. Have the votes been tabulated, Big J?
Yes, sir.
Is there a clear and decisive winner?
Yes.
I love that. So, in my personal opinion, you have a chance at 2 movies that have a possibility of being good, and one that I think is just going to be god-awful. We'll see which one that the good people went with. What movie got the least amount of votes?
And it always seems to be this one. Movie number 1.
Yeah, I believe our listeners have recency bias. When they hear 2 other things, whatever the first one was, completely out of their head.
If you really want me to watch a movie, Nick, you should make it number 3.
You're right.
Because that seems predominantly to be, not today, but...
Yeah, it could be bad news.
Spoiler alert.
Big J, movie number 1 was a movie called Sovereign. It stars Nick Offerman. You remember him from Parks and Recreation, Big J?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And Jacob Tremblay. You may remember him from the movie Room, starring Brie Olson. So you've got an opportunity for you not to see this movie on your own time, but it's on Hulu if you want to check it out.
No, thanks.
And it apparently is pretty good. I haven't seen it, but it is a new movie that you can check out on Hulu. Big J, what movie came in second place?
Movie number 3.
Movie number 3 is Osiris, Big J. That stars the immortal Linda Hamilton and Max Martini. Linda Hamilton, of course, riding the high off of Stranger Things, that she's going to be in the final season. And now she's gotten back in the movie side of things. This is the one that I think had the chance to be really, really bad. It's about like they wake up in some like alien spaceship and it's an alien that's hunting them down, kind of like a knockoff.
Great. Yeah, that's all we need.
Alien. But Osiris is the name of that movie. That one is available for you to stream on Hulu if you want to check it out. Big J, that mean the movie number 2 won?
Yes.
This has got the star power, my friend. That movie is called Eddington. It stars Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal, one of your favorites.
Oh, wow.
It is a brand new movie from Ari Aster. He is the same guy that did, why is the name of the movie that is escaping me? Florence Pugh. You really liked it. Midsommar.
Oh, God,
He is the director of that movie.
That's now considered a classic horror movie.
He also has done a couple other things since then, and he's kind of got to team up with Joaquin Phoenix. This is the latest. It's streaming now on HBO. Just as a brand new movie that plopped up there. It did have a run theatrically. So Big J will lock in, and he'll watch Eddington tonight and report back tomorrow and let you know if it's worth your time or not. So if you want to play the home game, that is the name of the movie, and that is where you'll find it. Hey, Big J, enjoy the film. What's the matter?
2.5 hours long.
Oh, is it? I did not look at the runtime.
I just looked at the poster and I'm like, this is going to be a long movie.
Most of Ari Aster's movies are long these days. The last one that he did, Beau is Afraid, I think, that starred Joaquin Phoenix, is like 3.5 hours long. So I believe because of Midsommar, he has the opportunity to do whatever he wants, and nobody reels him in because he's now in auteur, Big J. You understand?
Yeah, this is a killer cast here, though, dude.
Yeah. So watch the movie and report back tomorrow. Let us know if it's worth our time or not. If you want to play the home game, the movie is Eddington on HBO or HBO Max, of course. Of course, this is assuming that app will be working later on today.
Yeah, we'll see.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your streaming dumbass. We got some important stuff next to the X.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by Churro Bros. That's what this week's Be Our Guest is. Head to xrock.com on Friday to be our guest to check out Churro Bros. If you haven't checked it out, brand new place right there on 10 Mile off the freeway. Family and owned and operated dessert shop that do churros the right way. Big J, the right way? I'm talking about crispy on the outside. I'm talking about soft on the inside.
Gooey. Delicious.
And you can fill them with the flavor of your choice. You can enjoy some ice cream. They got brownies or cake there as well. So if you're looking for a sweet treat, be our guest. The Churro Bros, 10 Mile in Meridian. Grab $50 for just $25 at xrock.com. It begins at 9 o'clock on Friday. My guess is these are going to go pretty quick, so grab them while you can. There are a limited number, and enjoy. Speaking of food, Big J, we are a little over a week away from a little thing called Thanksgiving. I do know that you are headed over to your sister's house to enjoy the holiday with some family members. Do you know yet what's on your to-do list and what you're making?
Yeah, I got to make some mac and cheese, make some smoked mac and cheese, and I don't know, maybe a tri-tip or some brisket.
All right.
We'll see how much time I have.
There is a new survey out that obviously Americans love cooking for Thanksgiving. 63% of us are preparing some sort of dish for this particular holiday coming up. And, Big J, the one thing that every dish in Thanksgiving has, at least according to this survey, a ton of butter. Apparently, we use 5 times more butter per dish than we do at Thanksgiving than any other time of the year. We all turn into a bunch of Paula Deans, hopefully with less racial slurs. But basically, you use
It's Thanksgiving, so you never know.
It's true. We do use about 2 sticks per week year-round. But when it comes to Thanksgiving cooking, we're up to 10 sticks, Big J. That's because a lot of the dishes that we prepare for Thanksgiving require butter or have some butter in it. Like mashed potatoes being the number one. Got to butter those up, Big J. Dinner rolls are usually a good side. Those have butter on them usually. And then you have a lot of vegetables that are also served usually with butter on them. Cornbread, sweet potatoes, stuffing, those kind of things. And so a lot of things that we serve on Thanksgiving need butter to make them kind of stand out. So this is why Thanksgiving is butter's holiday. Don't you understand, Big J?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because most of the dishes you're also making have butter in the ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, if you're basting a turkey, you're going to have butter involved in that. In
Cover that bad boy in butter. Put butter underneath the skin.
Underneath the skin. Right. I mean, you're basically bathing in butter this Thanksgiving. And every Thanksgiving, really.
Yeah, your skin's going to be so supple, everybody.
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
You're not rubbing it on your skin, are you?
I might be.
You are?
Sometimes.
For the first time this season, LeBron James practiced in full with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, my God. Really?
He did not report any setbacks from the nerve injury he's been dealing with that forced him to miss some training camp of the first 14 games of the Lakers season. But because of that successful practice, he should be on the court soon, possibly as early as tonight when the Lakers face the Utah Jazz. And when he returns, he will be the first player in league history to play 23 seasons. Big J? The record is 22 seasons, of course, held by LeBron James. Can you tell me the other NBA player, and I will give you this hint, it's modern history, that has played 22 seasons in the NBA?
22 seasons.
Yes.
Dirk Nowitzki?
No.
No.
I don't even think he hit 20.
Okay.
But he was once a teammate of Dirk Nowitzki. There's a hint for you.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't got it.
Vince Carter, Big J.
Oh, yeah.
Vince Carter was on like 15 NBA teams and played forever. But when LeBron James suits up, he will break that record and be by himself as the only player to play 23 seasons in the NBA. If you are a fan of David Letterman's show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, and you're a fan of Adam Sandler, know that those two are teaming up for a new episode that will premiere on December 1st on Netflix, the streamer. The conversation is going to cover basically Adam's entire adult life, from his rise on the stand-up scene to getting cast as a virtual unknown on Saturday Night Live to his huge, gigantic success in film. The episode was filmed September 29th at the New York University before a live student audience, and now it is making its way kind of as a special one-off for Netflix. I would think they would want to do that in tandem with Happy Gilmore 2. Like, that would be a little bit more of a
good
thing to do. But hey, man, maybe Netflix is going, maybe this will reignite people's interest in Happy Gilmore 2 and watch it again, or watch it if they haven't watched it before. And this is the part where I ask you, Big J, have you watched Happy Gilmore 2 yet?
No.
The movie you were so excited about.
I don't know if I was that excited.
You're pretty geeked out about it, I thought. But apparently not. You still have access to Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do what I want.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We are going to go to hell. It's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Here's light stories that are incredibly f***ed up. Oh man, we're going to hell. What the hell? The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
We're all mature adults here, right, Big J?
Generally, try to be.
So we understand that there are times in your life where you drink liquid and your bladder gets full and you have to dispense of that waste that your body no longer wants, correct?
Yes.
We call that urination, do we not, Big J?
Yeah, that's true. That's what we call it.
Everybody does it, for the most part. Usually you have some control over it. Sometimes there's colostomy bags. There's other options, but usually our body needs to get rid of that waste, right?
Yes.
And for years, the European Space Agency has been testing some things, and they're like, listen, that's a lot of liquid that we're wasting when we go pee-pee in the potty.
Okay.
How do we fix that? Specifically, how do we fix that to maybe help our comrades in space travel? You understand? And so for the last 20 years, they have effectively tested and put together a product that basically involves turning urine into edible protein powder, Big J, to make you stronger, better, give you the core nutrients that you need to be a better astronaut. The powder is called Solein, a little close to Soylent. Got to be careful there. But
is it green when it comes out?
It does not say the color, but it is made using microbes, air, and electricity, and it relies specifically on a compound that is only found in urine as a source of nitrogen that makes it an effective and cheap protein powder. And the astronauts have been using it there for the better part of a decade, so now, Big J, is the time they're going to make this public. But they're kind of testing it out. They're testing the waters, if you will, or testing the urine. They don't know how public perception is going to be for a product that obviously cheaply and effectively turns your bodily waste into something that you can recycle over time and turn into energy. The goal, of course, is to obviously make protein powders a little bit more affordable for you, because those things aren't exactly the cheapest things in the world. Anybody that uses protein powder will tell you that.
Yeah, no.
And it also gives you a chance to use your body's elements and nutrients to recycle and keep things natural, and maybe, just maybe, give you that protein and extra stuff that you need to get through the day. They do think the pea powder will go over pretty well, but it's met some resistance so far on the marketplace for, I think, fairly obvious reasons. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's one thing to be like, to have a necessity, like, in order for you to survive, you have to use this up in a damn capsule in space kind of thing where everything is limited, and so that makes sense. Here, we have a bunch of different choices that we can use. We don't have to rely on our own toxins that are being shoved out of our body.
Yeah. I do believe maybe if you were marketing this to like preppers or survivalists or something like that, there may be a market there. But I think there's also like a nutrient store that you can go to that has 45 different powders that aren't made out of urine, your own urine, that of course are a little bit more expensive. But I do believe that there's just an automatic kind of like, there's no way I'm going to drink my own urine when I don't have to, kind of a feeling in any country, really. I don't think it's exclusive to the United States. I believe that anybody would go, why? Now, listen, I have water. Right across the street there is a soda machine. Why am I drinking my own urine again? Why,
Yeah.
What is this? Why? And so I think there's going to be pushback on it, but it's not stopping them from trying to market it. So we will see if pea powder has the kind of success they are looking for in the European market. Emphasis on pea, of course. And then heading over this way to the United States to see if people will jump on board. But I do believe you kind of have to be in that like survivalist mentality for it to be a product that you would even think about.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great category to put it in, is survival prepper types.
But can that be a sustainable business model? I don't know. I mean, if you're the
Well,
European...
it's like, is Tang still around?
God, I used to love Tang.
Because I think that was a product that NASA developed.
Yeah, it was for sure.
So,
and yes, I mean, listen, you can still buy astronaut ice cream too. So I think it depends on what it is you're looking for. Freeze-dried stuff still exists. Tang still exists. But I don't know if pea powder in protein powder is going to be the next big thing that survives out of our space travel advances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feels like you'd have to be stuck in like an aluminum can 4,000 miles off the surface of Earth before you really think about that. And God, I suppose I have to start drinking my own pee. That needs to happen. Like, you need to be in a Matt Damon Martian scenario. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have your pea protein powder and your poop potatoes, and you're just like, listen, this is what I have to do to survive. Nobody's happy about it, but you got to do it. You remember The Martian, Big J? That comedy that was nominated for Best
That was
Comedy.
one of the most hilarious movies I've ever
at the
seen.
Golden Globes. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. Up next, we're going to see if we can't qualify you for the X's Holiday Treasure and win your share of $10,000. It's coming up on the X.
Yes, it's the holidays.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yes, it's cold.
Can I just...
No, you can't skip it. But at least we can make it more bearable for you.
Let's play the X's Naughty List to get you qualified for our holiday treasure on 100.3. The X rocks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play the Naughty List. We have a huge prize for the X's Holiday Treasure. Your chance to win your share of $10,000 and a bunch of other prizes thanks to CBH Homes, By Mart, Skog Law as well. But you've got to get qualified if you want to get an invite to our exclusive party. And Big J and I were talking. I don't think today's going to be that easy.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
But you know what? There's a lot of money on the line. Maybe you're going to have to try to work through this. So we'll see. You want to give me an over-under how many callers we're going to have to go through before we get a qualifier today?
I'll go over 3.
God, you might hit it right on the head. I'm going to say under, though. I have faith. I think I have faith in our listeners, and I think they're going to get it done. So if you want to try to get qualified, 208-287-1003. Somebody in the world of rock has ended up on Santa's Naughty List. You have to figure out who that person is, and if you're right, you're qualified for the X's Holiday Treasure. Big J, are you prepared?
Yes.
Then to the phones we go. Hello, the X.
Good morning,
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
James.
All right, James, you're up first. Here comes Big J trying to get you to figure out who's on Santa's Naughty List, all right?
Okay.
This rocker finds himself on Santa's Naughty List this year because he actually got into a fight with one of his bandmates on stage this year. It's true, he was the one getting punched and not doing the punching, but Santa rules with an iron fist.
Yeah. Okay, next one. I think I know who it is.
He also recently got married to actress Vanessa DeBasso. That broke Santa's heart. He thought he had a chance. Ho, ho, ho.
Is it Perry Farrell?
Not quite,
No.
but you're on the right track.
Oh,
Hang on. Last clue coming your way, James.
Finally, this guitarist is on Santa's Naughty List because of the last several years, he's been the host of the reality show Ink Masters, and Santa believes TV rots your brain and you should only listen to the radio.
James?
Dave Navarro.
Dave Navarro
Whoa!
is right. Good
we
job.
were dead wrong.
I told you. Well, you were. I said I'd take the under.
Oh.
Good job, James.
Damn
You're
it.
officially qualified for the X's Holiday Treasure. Well played. Hang on 1 second. You are good to go, and we'll get you all the details. Yeah, Perry Farrell and Dave Navarro got into a fist fight on stage.
You choose Dave Navarro, the one getting punched in the face.
Listen, I chose Dave Navarro for one reason. Not to say that Perry Farrell may not pop up later on.
Absolutely.
On Santa's
He
Naughty
has
List.
at this point.
But went with Dave Navarro first. And listen, it's not my list. It's Santa's list. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
James, congratulations. Another chance to qualify coming your way tomorrow right around this time as well. So best of luck to everybody. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got some important stuff. It's next on the X Rocks.
Important stuff
Launch newsfeed.
on the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by the Idaho Snowmobile Show. Join the X and Big J this Saturday, 10 a.m. to noon at the Ford Idaho Sports Center for the Idaho Snowmobile Show. Happens Friday and Saturday this year. An annual event brings together snowmobile enthusiasts from across the region to celebrate their passion for winter sports. So, enjoy the vibrant showcase of the latest snowmobiles, the gear, the accessories from top manufacturers, as well as some seminars and some demonstrations, too. So, Big J going to be out on Saturday, 10 a.m. to noon at the Idaho Snowmobile Show. Come on out and have some fun, shall we? Big J, ChatGPT has become a pretty big shortcut for a lot of people going through the traditional schooling system in the current year, and that's probably going to only increase, which means there's a lot of universities and places that are trying to figure out what is AI and what isn't. And Deakin University researchers did about a 2-year-long study specifically of ChatGPT. And they had them fabricate and put together a ton of different papers in varying lengths about the mental health crisis in the United States of America. And then had them cite their sources for review, right?
Yeah.
They put together 176 total papers in this amount of time. Some varied in range from 12 to 77 pages long, and kind of gave them the idea and the template of a random college paper. And then they fact-checked it, Big J. Turns out ChatGPT is not very accurate. About 52%.
I can attest to this.
Of the papers contained serious errors or were completely fabricated statistics that they made up. And this becomes a problem, especially when you're looking for an accurate report out of something and you're just typing something in. They noticed that ChatGPT seems to fail the hardest when it tries to come up with citations for some of the numbers that they produce in any particular paper. The citations on depression were about 32% accurate, while eating disorder and body dysmorphia disorder rates were near about 30% accurate. And everything kind of varied from there. So the accuracy rate were really, really low on certain things because ChatGPT is not really vetting where they get this stuff from. You understand?
Yeah.
They're just dragging something off the internet and goes, that must be the truth, and I'm going to put it in a paper. And so they're now publishing this particular paper in AI technology magazines and cautioning people between, listen, just because it says it on ChatGPT doesn't mean it's correct. As a matter of fact, odds are it's probably wrong. And that's not great either, because ChatGPT has become a resource for a bunch of people. It's like the new Wikipedia,
Yeah.
You type in something to ChatGPT and go, is this right? And then ChatGPT goes, well, it says it on the internet, so it must be. And all that does is just fuel misinformation and incorrect statistics, and that's probably not great. So think twice. Although, listen, again, it's being used as a shortcut, and it will forever be used that way. It's not, it's like, telling somebody that they're writing an inaccurate college paper. I don't think they care very much.
Yeah, if you use it correctly and you don't replace it as the thing.
Right. Yeah,
it can be helpful, but you have to be careful.
Yes, you do. Big J, there is a brand new women's professional baseball league, the WPBL. It's set to launch in 2026, and it will be the first pro women's baseball league in decades. The games of the first season will be played at Robin Roberts Stadium in Springfield, Illinois, which has a capacity of 5,200 people. The teams from New York, Boston, LA, and San Francisco will be filling their rosters with the league's first player draft on November 20th, and that will be broadcast live on the league's YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok channels, but they're bringing it back, Big J. Any interest in the women's professional baseball league?
I mean, no, not really.
Oh,
I don't watch regular baseball.
Sure. That's true. Maybe this is something that you might be interested in. It slows it down a
Are they
little
going
bit.
to be on steroids?
I cannot confirm or deny that.
Not interested.
You only want to see steroid-riddled athletes.
I want to go back to the 90s.
Got it. Big J, we talked about how Netflix is developing games around some of their bigger properties, and they're going to jump in with both feet with a new interactive title called Dead Man's Party, a Knives Out game. That will accompany Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, the movie that is coming soon to Netflix before the end of the year. The game will let players take part in their own mystery using your own TV controller, Big J. But you will join forces with world-famous detective Benoit Blanc in the house to solve another murder. Here's the catch, though, Big J. In this game, everybody's a suspect.
Oh, what?
So maybe this is your foray into Netflix games. What do you think, Big J?
No.
Okay. Can't say it and try. Morning After with Nick and Big J.
No.
Lots of no's in important stuff today. There's your important stuff. We got your pop culture smackdown. That's next on the X Rocks.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
And we got an awesome show coming on a Saturday night, nonetheless, to the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. Let's fill that bad boy. Trivium's Ascend Above the Ashes Tour. Ginger going to be here. Hey Riot. And then, of course, Trivium. So we'll get you tickets to the show. You just have to beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown to do it.
Want to get your medal on? Then get on the phone, 208-287-1003. That's a number that you need to call if you'd like to compete in a game called Pop Culture Smackdown. Of course, you are hoping to get questions right while Big J stumbles and fumbles his way to through a question.
That will happen.
And you score yourself some tickets to trivia. Big J, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ourselves to the phone. See what happens. Hello, the X.
How's it going?
What's up, man? What's your name?
Ryan.
All right, Ryan, you're up first. Ryan, back in 1992, Disney released a little animated film called Aladdin. Who provided the original voice for Aladdin's genie?
Robin Williams.
That is correct.
Right. Nice work.
Big J, who provided the role of the Aladdin's genie in the Guy Ritchie remake?
Will Smith.
That is correct. Right. Back to you, Ryan. Who popularized the song A Boy Named Sue way back in 1969?
Ooh. Man. Trying to think here.
A Boy Named Sue.
Boy named Sue.
A Boy Named Sue.
It's a tough one.
I have no idea.
Nothing?
No, let me think. We'll say the Big Bopper. I don't know.
Wrong. Not a bad guess, but no, it's not the Big Bopper. Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hey, who popularized the song A Boy Named Sue back in 1969?
Johnny Cash?
That is correct. Right. It was Johnny Cash. Well played. Big J, Gerard Butler proved he could be a romantic lead in a film and maybe sing a little when he starred in the movie version of what musical?
Damn it. You're like, he's only going to get one question right for the rest of eternity.
The real story is I prepared like 4 Gerard Butler questions when it was his birthday a week ago, and you haven't gotten one right yet. And so I got to put these out.
I'm certainly not going to get the musical one right.
I thought you might.
Let's go with 300 the musical.
No. Wrong. The only reason why I thought you might get this right is because somebody had answered this as the answer to a question earlier in the week, and it wasn't correct. And I thought maybe I shouldn't ask this question because it's too obvious, but then you got it wrong today. So, Phantom of the Opera. Big
Oh,
J.
God.
He was in
That's
Phantom
right.
of the Opera.
Well, that person really should. I hope they won.
They did not because they got the question wrong.
It's too bad. They were on the right track.
Congratulations there, my friend. You've got tickets to go check out Trivium happening on the old 29th at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. Hold tight. There's your Pop Culture Smackdown. We're going to do some headlines next on the X Rocks.
Yes, you are now a better person for knowing this. It's Headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines brought to you by the X's Holiday Treasure, dude.
What?
We already got a qualifier today, but tomorrow, 7:45, your next chance to qualify for our $10,000 Holiday Treasure. Your chance to win your share of that comes your way when you play the Naughty List. We're going to give you some clues for somebody that ends up on the Naughty List. You have to figure out who that person is, and boom, you're qualified. You'll join us at our giveaway party where we'll have a chance for you to win your share of the $10,000. It's all presented by Skog Law, ACBH Homes, and Bi-Mart, and of course the X. So continue to listen for your chance to get qualified and be a part of the FUN fun. Headlines are as follows, Big J. Can't bring that. Artwork done dirty, and he's at it again.
He's at it again.
David Record Breaker Rush, Big J, the Idaho resident that it just basically eats Guinness World Records for breakfast.
Yeah, what did he do this time?
He broke another one by carrying 7 bowling balls while riding a unicycle, dude.
How the hell do you do that?
He's broken more than 300 records. He got the idea during a family dinner when he was hanging out at Uncle Bob's Pizza right here in Meridian. And Rush watched a highlight reel of unusual records on the restaurant's TV screens when he spotted somebody balancing bowling balls on a unicycle. And he's like, I could do that. I got a unicycle. I've got bowling balls. Why not me? And so the record required riding for at least 10 seconds while carrying a minimum of 6 bowling balls. He did it while carrying 7. We have a new world record, Big J, for David Rush. Way to go.
Good job.
We're Rush heads over here where we always appreciate the hard work that he's done and continue to do it, man. They might as well just print out a book that's got all of David Rush's records for Guinness, right?
Yeah, rename it.
The David Rush Book of World Records?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Can't bring that or artwork done dirty?
Artwork done dirty.
A volunteer at an art museum in Taiwan got himself into an awkward spot recently when he unknowingly destroyed a work of art that was on display, but it really wasn't his fault. The artwork at the Keeling Museum of Art was titled Inverted Syntax 16. It consisted of a dust-covered mirror mounted on a wooden board with a smudge in the corner. The piece is supposed to represent the distorted self-awareness of the middle class. You understand, Big J.
Oh, sure.
But the volunteer looked at it and was like, listen, that's a filthy mirror that needs to be cleaned, so he cleaned it. And museum officials had to apologize to the artist and said that they are considering compensation for the damaged piece because he wiped off all the dust and he fixed the smudge, and that was part of the artwork.
He's like, the lower class just screwed up your art, dude.
Yeah, way to go. But yeah,
again.
So that's a problem. Again, art is subjective, of course. What some people think is a priceless piece of art looks like just a dirty mirror to some of us. And that's an honest mistake that he made, in my personal opinion.
That's a damn dirty mirror. I'm a cleaner.
I get paid to clean things. That mirror is filthy. I'm going to clean it. Oh, I didn't know I was wiping off a metaphoric dust of the middle class. My apologies.
To me, the winner here is that guy.
The guy that lost the job?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Somebody hopefully will pick him up. But, he's doing his job.
Yeah.
Probably made fun of how dumb the whole project was.
That's your first move. You say you're sorry, and then you go in your car and you go, that was freaking art? Are you serious? What the hell? Yeah. Wrap it up with Can't Bring That. A Delta flight to Salt Lake City, Big J, had to be delayed on Thursday evening at Portland International Airport because crew members discovered that a passenger had carried a meat cleaver through security screening.
How the hell does that happen?
Staff reported the hazardous item to TSA officials after finding it on the aircraft. All passengers were ordered off the plane, required to go through security screening again. No arrests were made with the security breach because they couldn't connect it to anybody. It basically was just like in the overhead container, and they're like, oh my God, somebody brought a meat cleaver on board. Obviously, the TSA apologized for the incident, saying they take the security seriously. They're reviewing the incident to try to figure out how the meat cleaver got past TSA, and they will take appropriate corrective action that could include additional training for, maybe the TSA agent doesn't know what a meat cleaver looks like, right? No?
Maybe this happened during the shutdown?
Who knows? I don't know. Well, listen, I was flying during the shutdown. There's still plenty of TSA people there.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, I don't know. I do not know. But a meat cleaver made it through. That's not great. Not great.
No.
Morning after.
Passenger meat.
With Nick and Big J. There are your headlines. You're up to date on everything. A recap of the Morning After Fantasy Football League is next on the X. Freak on a Leash here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Oh, my God.
We have to recap the Morning After Fantasy Football League, brought to you by McCleary's Pub for week number 11. Big J, how is the team looking these days?
The team is looking, it's all right.
All right. Okay. Don't oversell it.
Okay, I won't.
How'd you do?
I won.
Nice.
And here's how I did it, Nick. I was going up against Team Cult of Josh. We were about in the same, win-loss column there, Nick. And he was going up with Joe Flacco. Not a bad move. Joe Flacco scored a bunch of points here recently, but he only got him 10.86 points, Nick. The one real problem that I came up against here, well, a couple of them, his running backs. Christian McCaffrey threw down 35 points, and Travion Henderson went off on Thursday night for the Patriots again, so he had 32 points. So that's a pretty big get right there. Two players with almost 70 points. That's going to be a good day, usually. But the rest of his team just could not score into double digits, Nick. Ladd McConkey, the wide receiver for the Chargers, had a bad day. The Otten, the tight end for the Cardinals, the Buccaneers, had a bad day. And that's how it went. -2 points for the Chargers. So not good.
Defense, yeah.
It all came down, by the way, to last night because I had Dak Prescott going for the Cowboys and, put in a pretty good performance. 24 points there. Chase Brown had a decent showing, 18 points. Only 9 points out of Ashton Genty with that awful Raiders offense. Bad news there. You were right, Nick, obviously, as always. T. Higgins got me 15 points. I scored 0 points with a wide receiver from the Niners. Thanks for nothing, Kevin Bourne.
You had a zero burger and still won.
Yeah, but my wide receiver, the namesake for my team, the Travis Swifts, he scored 24 points. So, and I got 11 points out of my kicker. and 5 points out of my defense. So looking pretty good, Nick. 116 points there, defeating Mr. Team of Cult of Josh.
Congratulations, Big J, on the victory. It was a pretty low-scoring week, all things considered, in the Morning After Fantasy Football League this week. It was highlighted by a bunch of really huge performances, and then everybody else pretty much under-delivered. So it was an anybody-can-win weekend, and I was going up against the great Bijan, of course, named that for his running back, who is one of those players that had a gigantic game. 30 points for Bijan for the Falcons in that overtime loss to Carolina. Not too shabby at all for a running back. The problem for him was that's about all he did. Sam Darnold had an abysmal game, only 8 points for him. He had running back Williams going for the Cowboys last night, but they were passing all over the place. He had a pretty good game, 10 points, but they were throwing into the end zone, not running, and so that cost him the game a little bit. Waddle had an off game. Devontae Adams had an off game, and so he only scored 100 points, and that just wasn't enough to take out good old Pickle Nick, Big J, because I also had an abysmal game out of my quarterback. As you know, I've got quarterback problems. I'm going to battle with J.J. McCarthy every week, and he probably had the worst performance out of any quarterback that actually got the start. He was overthrowing everybody. Every pass was 700 miles an hour, and people were dropping stuff. He only got 8 points, so that's bad. I didn't get a whole lot on my running backs either, but I did get a 33-point performance out of the rookie wide receiver from the Panthers, McMillan, who did a great job. A couple of touchdowns and 130 yards receiving. Puka Nacua, nothing to sneeze at, but Drake London also did well, although he's injured now, is going to miss at least next week. So I've got some additional issues, but I win 116-100, and I improve to 7-4. That is tied for the best record in the Morning After Fantasy Football League. I will take the victory, but I do understand how lucky I am going into it. Great matchup between Matty Ice and Team Joe Smith. 106-99 victory for Matty Ice, who once again had a lot of underperformers, but Travis Etienne did pretty good. CeeDee Lamb had a good game for him last night, giving him the win, and so he improves to 5-6 on the year. Team Joe Smith falls to 4-7. Jalen Hurts didn't do much for him. Saquon Barkley's had a really bad year. Warren got hurt for running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers in that game. He did get 19 points out of Stephon Diggs and a pretty good performance out of Mark Andrews, the tight end for the Ravens, but just not enough to give him a victory, as both those teams are still under 500. Bone Thugs and Charbonnet with a 112-79 victory over One Detroit, One Pride, All Grit. Brock Purdy returned to his lineup, gave him 19 points, 20 points for Cook, the running back for Buffalo, and a big performance out of Trey McBride, who's been a stud all year long for the Cardinals. 27.5 points for him. That pretty much gave him the win. Although, listen, One Detroit, One Pride, All Grit was going to war with Justin Herbert, who had an awful game. Eddie DeMarcado, the running back for the Cardinals, who also got injured in that matchup. He was going with a backup. I mean, it was bad. Jerry Jeudy was bad. It was just a bad performance for him. Only 79 points. Not great.
I mean, listen, Jonathan Taylor, his running back, is on a bye.
That's right.
So
he was desperate for points and didn't get them.
He'll be okay, I think.
Both teams are 6-5 after that particular matchup. Team Dr. Bacon, the number one team in the league, with another victory against Running a Chain on You All. 71 points for Running a Chain on You All. Not great, although A-Chain had a pretty good game, 21 points. That was pretty much it. Justin Jefferson underperformed. He had Shakir, the wide receiver for the Bills, in the lineup, and he only had 0.7 points. Might as well have been a zero burger. So that's why he only scored 71 points. Meanwhile, 108 points isn't any kind of crazy game, but Jamar Gibbs did really good for him. JSN had 20 points for the Seahawks, 11 points out of his tight end, Schultz, for the Texans, and that gave him the victory, good enough to give him what he wanted. So a big win for Team Dr. Bacon.
Yeah, and Team Dr. Bacon, check your sleeper messages.
What's happening?
On the app. He's the only guy, or the only person I don't have info on. So,
well, he's a doctor. He doesn't have time to return your sleeper messages.
Dr. Bacon, check your messages.
But your high score of the week, Big J, is Del 2, Nick and Big J 0 with a 124-point performance. Usually that'd be pedestrian. This week it is the high score of the week by almost 10 points.
Goodness gracious.
So congratulations to Del for picking up the victory over the Deadpool variants, 124-93. And he overcame a 44-point performance from Josh Allen. That was all Deadpool variants had to lean on in this particular matchup. And it cost him the game, unfortunately. But Dell had a great performance out of Williams, the running back for the Rams. Derrick Henry did great. Nico Collins had a good game, 24 points, and then got 29 out of George Pickens last night. That was what catapulted him into first place. So congratulations, Dell. You've got some free McCleary's pub gear coming your way, as well as some gift certificates. You are the high scorer, and also 7-4, tied for the best record in the Morning After Fantasy Football League. We are marching towards the playoffs, Big J. We are ready to go, and so we ask you, who do you take on next week?
Another shot here at running a chain on y'all.
All right. Coming off a rough performance, we'll see how they do. I have got the Deadpool Variants, who has the worst record in the league, which almost guarantees me a loss this week. We'll see how it all comes together. Thank you all for playing along, and thank you for McCleary's for sponsoring the Morning After Fantasy Football League. We got your bad impressions. They're next on the X.
Impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, let's get you some tickets, baby. Ascend Above the Ashes tour hitting the Revolution Concert House and Event Center Saturday night on the 29th. So next Saturday coming up here, you got Harriet, you've got Ginger, and then you've got Trivium. A hell of a lineup, especially if you're a metal fan, baby. You want to be here for this. To get that to you, you just need to figure out the clues here to Bad Impressions. Very famous actor today.
208-287-1003 if you'd like a shot at these tickets and a chance to play some Bad Impressions for bragging rights to your friends and your loved ones that you were able to figure out the clues and find out who this famous actor was and go to a Trivium free of charge. Big J, are you ready?
I'm ready.
And then to the phones we go. Hello, the X.
Morning.
Morning, sir. What's your name?
Tim, how's it going?
Good, Tim. We're good. You are up first. Best of luck, sir.
Yeah, best of luck. All right, here we go. Once upon a time, I had an epic meltdown on the set of Terminator Salvation.
Ooh. Oh, gosh.
It's okay, Tim. Nobody remembers Terminator Salvation.
We got three. Yes, many people do. I have two more clues for you. I won an Oscar for supporting actor in the movie The Fighter. Hey, maybe this will help. I was also one of the Batmans. I'm Batman.
Pretty good, actually.
I know who he is. Christian Bale.
There you go.
Good job, Tim. Hang on one second. We'll hook you up with Trivium tickets and Ginger tickets as well. You're going to go have a good time on the 29th at the Rev Center. Big J, why is Christian Bale in the news?
Christian Bale looks to be joining the cast for Michael Mann's Heat 2, Nick. So it would be him and Leonardo DiCaprio and a couple other people. Now they're eyeing him to portray Chris Chirillis, who was, of course, previously played by one Val Kilmer.
So interesting. We're not going that far in the future then.
Apparently not. And the plot details about the film still under wraps, but Mann is adapting the screenplay from a 2022 New York Times best-selling novel that he co-wrote with Meg Gardner. So it's something that they took from the first treatment and then made a book out of. So we'll see what that lands. But hey, man, I mean, the first movie, you had Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, Val Kilmer. I mean, what a great cast. And then this was looking pretty good too with Leonardo DiCaprio, Christian Bale. I mean, I'm in it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could probably read the book and find out what the movie's supposed to be about, but I have not done that yet.
Yeah, no.
Why do it when there's a movie coming, right?
Yeah,
BJ?
exactly.
I mean, one would guess a pretty faithful adaptation of the novel would be the guy who wrote it making the movie. One would hope.
You would think, yes.
But we will see together what's going. Last movie that Michael Mann made, was it Miami Vice?
Oh, no,
or was
I
there
don't
something
think so.
in between
I think
then?
There's a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the last one that he made, because he's a pretty big deal when he puts it all together.
He's done some off kilter movies, I think. So let's see here. For director,
yeah, the director of
takes forever now. He directed Ferrari, Nick. He directed Black Hat.
I never saw that. I never saw that either.
You didn't see Black Hat?
No, that's the one where Chris Hemsworth is a hacker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
Public Enemies.
I saw that.
Yeah, so that was right after Miami Vice.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your bad impressions. We will wrap up the show here next on the X Rocks. Begging for death, Big J. That is 3 Days Grace, Kill Me Fast here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. And that's going to wrap up our Tuesday show. Thanks for hanging out with us. You guys selected a movie for Big J to watch. It is called Eddington. He will do so tonight on HBO. Report back tomorrow and let you know what he thinks of the new movie starring Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal. Also had a chance to give away some Trivium tickets. Got somebody qualified for Holiday Treasure. It was a pretty good Tuesday show, all things considered, but it does leave you with the floor, Big J.
Yeah, if today's your birthday, you're sharing a birthday with Kirk Hammett, guitarist from Metallica.
Nice, man.
So happy birthday to everybody. 63, man.
All right. Listen, man, everybody's getting older, and I think that makes all of Metallica in their 60s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. So happy birthday to Kirk, former guest of the morning after. He's been on the show a couple of times. Great dude. We certainly appreciate him and wish him all the best. You'd have to guess he's getting something horror themed for his birthday, right?
Yeah, that or his new surfboard. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe it's a surfboard with a horror caricature on it. Wouldn't that be the best of both worlds for Kirk?
I think that would probably line up pretty well.
Although they're on tour right now, right? So probably not a lot of surfing going on.
I don't know. I mean, they'd only do a couple shows a week.
That's true.
So,
and they're down in Australia, right? That's the last show they had. So
I'm sure he's gotten some waves in there.
He's probably getting bit by a spider right now. Morning After with Nick and Big J. That is it for us. We will see you tomorrow. Jason Drew's coming in next. It's the X Rocks.